This is Brant coming at you, the Saturday Man Show. Exciting show today. Very excited to talk to you about a great business in Mena. They have clients all over the place and have actually got to use them on some of the big name concerts 9.5 hours away. Very dependable, very professional, quality people to work with, and they're also cool. You can't beat that. This is Sign FX right here in Mena, and in the studio we have owner Genine.
Hello.
And we have Jessie.
Hey, Brant, thanks for having us.
Oh, you bet. It's my pleasure, guys. You know, you'll recognize Jessie driving around town on the Harley. You know, I keep hoping to convince him to give me that for my birthday. Is it working yet, Jessie?
Well, it's good to dream. We'll give you that.
Good to dream. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm excited about having you on, and excited about introducing you to more people around Mena. Now, if you're driving around on Highway 71. And you decide to get a donut. Well, right behind the donut shop in Mena, there's this cool place called Sign FX. And let me tell you, they do so many things for businesses in the community and a little further away. We'll tell you more about that. But right off the bat, Genine, when did you take Sign FX? What year was that?
In 2011.
2011. Wow.
I came here from Colorado and haven't regretted moving to Arkansas. It's beautiful here. I'm glad to be here. Yeah.
It's awesome. You know, when I come home, it's like coming home on vacation. You know, there's the mountains and streams, and it's a lot better than the desert and other places that I traveled to. But Colorado, what part of Colorado did you come from?
The northwestern corner.
Oh, man. Okay.
Up by Steamboat. And
yeah.
Area,
I bet you went skiing a lot, didn't you?
No, not really.
A lot of people say that, they live up there, you know. Well, growing up in Oklahoma, I always saw these commercials about Discover Oklahoma, and there's dune buggies and white sand, and I thought, man, I've never been there.
Right.
I didn't know these places existed, And Jessie, man, you're a cool dude. Jessie, where did you come from?
Originally, I came from Houston, Texas, but I've been here. I'm a Mena guy now.
There you go.
I've been here a long time, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful, Jessie. Now, when people meet you, man, they automatically see that you're obviously in the biking community, which is cool. Or you guys do a lot for people who come in for the CMA events. Tell us a little bit about some of the work you've been doing lately regarding those who are riding bikes.
We do we've done bike pairings, done wraps on those. We do pinstriping on bikes. We've done full bike wraps. We do custom. We're a custom shop, so everything we do is custom. But we do custom man cave signs, custom bike parking signs. I mean, biker awareness bumper stickers. You name it. We do custom shirts. We did shirts for a motorcycle shop.
Wow.
We're pretty varied in what we do.
I was very impressed with these concert posters that I had you guys do for Mercy Me, for Newsboys. Brandon Heath and Demon Hunter, and that's kind of more of a heavier group there too, but I tell you, I'm very impressed with your quality, and these were for events that were 9 hours away, big banners that were seen by thousands of people every single day, like an incredible billboard. I've been very impressed with Sign FX. That's why I asked you to come on, because I want everyone to know about Sign FX right here in Mena. You do fantastic work. Every time I had an experience with you, it's been great. First off, there's a need in this area. You need to have good signage. You need to have vehicle wraps. One of the best advertisements you can possibly have, I think, is a vehicle wrap. And because you get anywhere from 30,000 impressions a day. It depends on where you travel and such. But there's nothing like having a really professional-looking vehicle. So that's really, really good. Tell us about your vehicle wraps. How long have you been doing that?
Vehicle wraps, I've been wrapping personally a little over 8 years. But vehicle wrapping is definitely one of the best advertisements you can get. It's a rolling billboard, very attention grabbing. And like I said, they go all over. I mean, you go out to eat in your vehicle, you go out of town in your vehicle, you're delivering stuff in your vehicle. I mean, that is definitely the way to go. You can't miss it. Any kind of vehicle graphics, wraps, magnets, window decals, but wraps are definitely the new thing, and they're easy to replace, easy to repair.
Right.
You get get a little fender bender here or there, instead of getting a custom paint job, we reprint that panel, stick it on, you're good to go. We've done Mark Davis, he was a professional fisherman. We did his boat every year. He got into a little bender on his boat, and we patched it right in. Good to go, man.
So you put wraps on boats.
Oh yeah, We'll wrap anything. Absolutely anything. Boats, computers, desks, refrigerators, bikes, cars, helmets. I mean, yeah. If it'll stick, we'll stick it to it. That's
And
it.
you know what? I mean, wrapping is an art. Putting on a wrap on a vehicle or anything, it is an art because you're not just put on a sticker.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they even have wrap schools. We did a video series in Tulsa for a wrap school when they
Right.
had that. But you're applying you use a blowtorch.
Oh yeah. You can torches are great. You can heat them. You can shrink them. You can stretch them. Get in all the contours, all the
Right.
nooks, all the crannies. It's a time consuming process, but it's really awesome. It's really fun. It's not like hands-on projects.
Right.
Mhm.
Now you also wrap motorcycles.
We do. Yeah. Custom graphics all day long. I like stuff like that. It's fun. It's creative. It's good stuff. It's really they're durable.
Right.
So yeah.
I wrote a book called Hollywood Marketing on a Mayberry Budget back in 2005, and I was telling people that a bad logo printed well is a decent logo, a good logo printed poorly is a bad logo.
Right.
But the thing about SignFX is you do great graphics, and you do great printing, and great wraps. It's all they say it's all in the execution.
Right
And
on.
with SignFX, my experience with you, number one, very courteous, very professional.
Thank you.
Can't beat the price. Can't beat the turnaround time. There's times that I had an emergency, for people in Tulsa. Commercial Fitness Concepts, they were needing a banner for a trade show in a hurry. And while you don't always recommend people to call at the last minute, but however, our culture, usually waits till the last minute. But in this case, it was kind of an emergency. I was able to call, email the file. You have graphic artists on site. You sent back a proof. It was just from start to finish, a turnkey, seamless operation. Great experience, great pricing, no headaches with the billing. You had that thing in the mail. The guy was ready to get on the plane to Las Vegas and do a trade show. And so, it's one thing being courteous, but not being able to deliver on the end. It's one thing being courteous and being able to do a good job, but maybe there's some issues with billing. But when you have good courtesy, professional operations, a turnkey situation, priced right, very efficient, man, that just blew me away. And I started telling my friends, in Andrews, Texas, and Odessa, and Midland, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Fort Worth. I tell you what, guys, no matter who you got down the street, Mena, Arkansas, SignFX is really, honestly, the place I believe everyone should call. You do a fantastic job. So we talked about wraps, but now you said something a little while ago, Jesse. You mentioned man cave signs. Tell me about that. Man cave.
Man cave signs. Yeah, we can do pretty much anything, man. We can do to little small lit signs for the man cave. Tons and tons of Harley parking, Chevy parking, custom street signs.
Right.
Posters. We can do shaped signs. We can reproduce vintage signs that are really hard to find, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much. You think about it, we can do it. We could wrap your whole wall. I mean, if you wanted to, we really can. I mean, concrete, brick for a garage.
Right.
Do wallpaper for sheetrock. I mean, so.
Well,
yeah,
some businesses, even some churches,
Yeah, no doubt, yeah.
they've got visitor parking signs. They've got expectant mother signs.
Yep.
Youth groups, they need cool signs.
Oh yeah.
And of course you can't beat those vintage signs. See, I'm learning something new about you guys even today. Jolene, when you came in this morning, you said you're a one-stop shop. I didn't realize what all you do. Kind of spout off some of the things that you're doing right now.
Well, we do everything from your big commercial signs to street signs. We do business cards, flyers, T-shirts. We can do it all. Wrap it up, and you're ready to go. So,
Wow, just a one-stop shop. Now, are you a graphic artist?
I'm not.
You strike me as a graphic artist.
I'm learning from the professional here, from Jessie, and he keeps me in line. So
Wonderful.
He approves everything that I do that way. So.
Well, you know what? I love seeing a business that's doing it right. And again, as a marketer and broadcaster, it just thrills me when I see people, that they're hitting all the buttons. They've got a good identity. SignFX has a good identity. I know that place is what people that I talk to here. And for people that aren't familiar with SignFX, you're going to be. as of this broadcast, and just the things that they're doing, But also, communication-wise, you really communicate well with your clients. I know that because I am one, and I've seen how you connect with people too. Have you ever gone to a business where it's almost like they're bothered that you're there? You know what I mean? And doctors' offices sometimes can be that way. But I don't know about you, but if I go into a place and it's like it's a bother that I'm there, I'm never going to go there again.
Right.
But you go to Sign FX, it's not a bother that you're there. People engage you there. They're very courteous. They're very professional. Connect with you well, and you save some steps too. There's not a lot of back and forth, not a lot of wasted time. Man, you just get the job done, and I really want to commend you for that.
Well, I appreciate that.
And again, having consulted a lot of businesses and such, it's a thrill to me to see when a business does it right. And your facility's great. You got a great facility. Now tell them what the exact physical location of your facility.
We're at 1317 Highway 71 South here in Mena, Arkansas.
There you go. Now, as a locator phrase, where would you say that's down the street from?
Down the street
from Papa's?
Yeah, absolutely.
And right behind the donut shop.
Yep. And Fred's on one side and Subway's on the other.
Yeah. So, well, let me take you there, listeners, on the Saturday Man Show. And, of course, anytime during the show, when you go to www.saturdaymanshow.com, that's saturdaymanshow.com, you're going to see all kinds of things on there. You're going to see some resources, some free stuff. You're going to be able to listen to our archives of our interviews. You'll also see some banner ads, and you'll see Sign FX as well. From time to time, there's certain specific specials that you'll see from Sign FX, depending on the month. Whatever's going on, whatever they come up with, we want to be on top of that.
Well, I'll tell you right now, January and February, if you come in and mention the Saturday Man Show, we'll give you 10% off a vehicle wrap if you'd like.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on in and talk to Jessie, and we'll get you taken care of.
All right, did you hear that? January and February, go into Sign FX right behind the donut shop, mention Saturday Man Show, and you get 10% off. That's significant.
Absolutely.
Now, those wraps are worth every penny, but a 10% discount, that's significant. So thank you for that. Absolutely. Yeah. Now, do they need a grunt with that? Saturday Man Show. No? Okay, so again, go to SaturdayManShow.com. Now, every time that you hear a broadcast on the Saturday Man Show and you go to the website, you're going to have an opportunity that if you're the first caller to whatever restaurant is offering a special that day, you win a free meal that night. And, of course, you need to buy your date's meal. But you want to definitely go, and while you're listening to the show, win a free meal and remember us. And, again, the purpose for this is, number one, we want to encourage men. I believe that if you touch the heart of a man, you touch the nation. A strong man makes a strong family. When a man's a good man, a woman loves being a woman. Strong families make a strong community. Strong communities make a strong city, strong town, strong state, strong country. And it starts, I believe, by addressing the heart of the man. We encourage men, when you go on SaturdayManShow.com, that you'll see something on there that changed my life. It was the code of knighthood. Live pure, speak truth, right, wrong, follow the king. And then different roles for men, provide like a king, protect like a warrior, lead like a leader, love like a lover. It's really that simple. If you just do your best to touch on one of those things every day. You're going to see why women love this kind of content. You're going to see why women ask me, hey, when's the next event? What's the next show going to be around? Because, again, you address the heart of the man, and he treats his woman right and takes care of his kids. He's going to be a positive contribution to any society. And there's good businesses out there that are good, positive contributions to any city, such as Sign FX. Every experience I've had with you so far has been great. And we talked a little bit about the show. For those of you who are out there, men and women, we know that a lot of women listen to the show, and we're thrilled about that. We're going to have an Ask a Dude section coming up where we'll ask certain men. We'll also have a segment about what women wish men knew, and we'll have women on the show. But at the end of the day, we also want to help build more commerce here in Polk County. The other day I interviewed Andy Philpott. Yeah. Incredible young man. I'm so impressed with Andy. He actually spoke highly about you guys too. He really did. And something that Andy and I were talking about is that if you have a scenario where your graduates leave town and people don't move in and start businesses, you're going to end up with a ghost town. So we want to encourage people to come here and do business. We want to encourage people to stick around and invest their talents into this community. I'm not from here, and I'll never be from here, but I love the people here, and Andy's from here, and he's involved with the Saturday Man Show. So with all that said, back to this interview. So I'm still intrigued about the man cave sign. let's say you have some guys out there in the community, and that they've designated a room, for their man cave. What's some of the experiences you've had with a man cave sign?
Man cave is, it can be, it's an imagination. It's where do you want to take
it's
a man
all
cave
in your
to?
head.
But no, I mean, it's limitless, man. It really, really is. I mean, we can cut paint masks if you want to put something permanent. I mean, there's just, for man cave tables, like I said, man cave fridges, man cave window graphics. I mean, just, it's limitless, man.
Yeah.
We've been messing around with some laser on wood here lately. And
Wow.
it's really cool. It gives it a really rustic look.
You said laser on wood.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get to that, you said wrap tables.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, guys, if you go to a garage sale, or you've got an old beat-up table, and you want to make that thing look like a table from Hard Rock or, I don't know, I mean, from anywhere, you can do a wrap on a table, or restaurants out there for that matter.
Yeah, even that, yeah. Sure
Wow.
can.
So you can put restaurant logos on a table.
We can put a UV laminate on it, where a little bit of Windex or table cleaner, whatever, cleans right up. It's not going to hurt the print, and you're good to go, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned fridge. So you've wrapped a refrigerator?
Well, fridge.
I love it.
Fridge is just like anything else, man. Fridge, cabinets, computers. I mean, like I said, man, we get bored and creative. So
wow.
It is what it is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Now let's give them your website, okay? What is the website to go to SignFX for Mena?
You go to
Go ahead.
www.signfxinc.com.
Okay.
And
So say it again, www.signfxinc.com.
Yes, sir.
Too
And,
cool.
Yeah, go right to it and it'll show you a lot of our stuff's on there. And we've got a Facebook page too, SignFX on Facebook.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we'll make sure they can get to the Facebook from the SaturdayManShow.com.
Right on.
So wrap. So you can wrap anything. I mean, you can wrap helmets.
Yes.
You can wrap children. I want my child to be quiet. Okay. All right. Good. And of course, cars and motorcycles.
Oh, yeah, it's limitless. Yeah.
Have you ever wrapped an RV?
Actually, yeah, we did. We just did an RV. 4 or 5 months ago, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Took an older RV. Gave it a brand new facelift, and man, it looked great. It looked
Really?
really, really nice. Yeah, it's amazing what a wrap will do to an older vehicle for sure. Yeah, it's just fresh, like putting fresh new shoes on a car, man. It looks good.
And you just hit it on the head, because I'm thinking, man, what if you got a muscle car out there, and you're thinking it's going to cost a fortune to get this thing custom painted, Or again, another benefit of the wrap is that it's replaceable.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing too, is people go out there and they spend tons and tons of money on these custom paint jobs. On especially a car that they get a car or vehicle, whatever, it's got a good paint job on it now. They want to do something custom to it.
Right.
Spend all this money on a custom paint job, then they want to sell the vehicle. Well, that custom paint job was awesome for them. It's not going to be awesome, possibly for the next person down the road.
Right.
Wrap, you get a nice clean removal, put it on down the road. Same thing for businesses as far as advertising and this and that. You put this wrap on, you can take it off. It's nice and clean.
Right.
You can make your money down the road and stuff like that.
So if someone has a Pinto out there and they want to make it look like Starsky and Hutch,
right. We can do it.
Starsky and Hutch Pinto wrap,
There you go.
That's cool. Well, I used to have an Italian Spider, and I've had trucks and cars, but man, I love that thing. But the paint was rough on it. And had I known about you guys back then, man, I would have had that thing wrapped up with flames on it.
There you go. There you go.
Or you can make your Miata look like the James Dean, Porsche
Right.
Spider or whatever. Saw a documentary about that, and has nothing to do with the show. But anyway, it's manly. By God, it's manly. So SignFX does wraps on cars, on refrigerators,
Absolutely.
on tables,
Just about anything.
on
man.
RVs. Man, so if someone has like an old Jeep or a RV, they can have it wrapped in camo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we
Too
do.
cool.
We can do. And you don't even have to do a full wrap. You can do partial wraps. We can do your rocker panel area. We can do your hood. We can do a wrap that fades from whatever color your vehicle is to where it goes the graphics towards the back. There's all kinds of limitless options with it, man. And
Wow.
yeah, it's fun stuff, man.
And
It
people
really is.
don't forget. First impressions last forever. That really is true, especially in your
Oh yeah.
marketing and advertising. I mean, I saw a vehicle the other day, and it was hand painted. It had hand painted words on there, and bless their heart. Sometimes that works, but it's more than just painting your car. It's the type of paint that you use. It's the skill and the graphics and such. You honestly would not believe what I saw, and I wanted to encourage them that there's a saying, you either have a good business that everyone knows about or a bad business that everyone knows about. And when I see hand painted vehicles, that they can sometimes be really good, but unfortunately, if it's done bad, everyone knows about it, and it works against you.
Presentation really is key, man. I mean, it's just like if you go out to eat and you get this plate of food and it looks horrible. It may taste great, but man, in your mind, it's just not going to work.
It looks horrible.
Businesses are the same way with their advertisement. I mean, without a doubt, the right sign, the right wrap, the right business cards, the right T-shirt, everything about it. You've got that's the first thing that people see.
Right.
That's the first people impression they get about you. So advertisement really is key, and the
Yeah.
type of advertisement that you get and the quality that you get
Right.
is definitely huge.
I'm glad you brought that up, and you guys are knowledgeable in that, obviously. A lot of people don't understand there's marketing, there's advertising, there's branding.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes when you drive along the highway and you see a billboard and there's so many things on there, honestly, you check out.
Yeah.
You want to have the
Without a
right
doubt.
balance, and SignFX is able to consult you in your composition and design. You need a good logo. Obviously, if you're going to have a big banner or a wrap or something printed that's going to be larger, then Uncle Bob's PowerPoint version of your logo is not going to work necessarily. So SignFX can help you reformat your logo, make that into what we call vector art.
Yes.
And again, it's just so neat being able to utilize a business that has their in-house graphic artist. And that's what I always recommend. No matter what kind of business that I'm consulting, it's always best to use the software and, if you can, the graphics and layout of the people that own that establishment, because there's less headaches in trying to transfer things.
Right.
I mean, have you had a headache before where you've tried to take a logo that Billy Bob drew on a napkin and they want it to be on a billboard?
We're going to call it a challenge. We're not going to call it a headache.
A opportunity.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It's a opportunity.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But no, we make it happen though, man. It is what it is. Everybody doesn't have the same stuff all the time, and we're happy to help people out like that, man.
Yeah.
Some people have great ideas, they just don't have the tools. Bring it to us, and we'll definitely get you squared away.
Right.
For sure. Yeah.
Well, something else too with SignFX. You have your wraps and your signage. I'll never forget consulting a business in Joplin, Missouri, and this guy spent tens of thousands of dollars remodeling his restaurant / family entertainment area, and he didn't even realize that his sign was faded. And there's something called street appeal or curb appeal,
Right.
and that's your signage.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter how much money you put into the building. Now, we know that sometimes with the restaurants, a hole in the wall, so on, quote unquote, sometimes has the best food.
No doubt.
But you don't want to strive to make it look like it's a hole in the wall. We pride ourselves in looking like a hole in the wall.
Right.
No, but definitely you want it to look professional. Just like when you have sales reps, you are your business card. We'll get to that in a second. But signage, I have noticed that you do all types of different kinds of signs.
Oh yeah, we do from metal signs to metal reflective signs to lit signs to slide-in letter signs. We do temporary banners. We do cell banners. We do a little bit of everything. We do the pan-faced embossed signs. So I mean, depending on your business and the type of look you're trying to go for, we definitely get you set up
Awesome.
and quick too. Our turnaround time, we understand that you've got enough headaches starting a business.
Right, right.
You don't want to have to worry about the sign. You don't have to worry about your advertisement. You've got
Excellent.
all the other stuff. So we're trying to relieve all that from you and help you out and get you going as quick as you can.
Excellent. So on the man shows, we're talking about man cave signs and motorcycle wraps, RV camo wraps and stuff. Genine, as a successful businesswoman, okay, which I think is awesome, of course. What got you interested in this type of field? You're not a graphic artist. I thought that you were. I had the impression you were, because you know your stuff. What got you interested in getting a sign organization or company?
Well, I always enjoyed that part. I can't say I'm an artist, but I like to paint and that
Yeah.
sort of thing. But I moved out here so I could be closer to my daughter.
Uh-huh.
And actually, this is the most exciting thing. I used to be a coal miner in Colorado,
Wow.
and after 25 years, it's nice to come in and look at the advertising business and the signage and working with the whole community.
Okay, now respectfully, you're a pretty lady. Okay, but you're a coal miner. I'm trying to picture you as a coal miner. Tell me about that. What's up with that?
Well, in northwestern Colorado,
Gonna talk about
as a
God,
small coal
see the
miner,
Pledge of Allegiance. Find me a soldier, shake his hand. Gonna clean my gun and teach my children.
Wow.
Men and wives, between a woman and a man. I'm gonna
Well,
pray,
you
it's your graduation.
What's the most
I'm gonna
exciting
say,
thing? When people
Jesus
see
all I
their
can.
business and they take a step
You'll
up,
find me
it's a good
sitting
sign.
with my kin, the good book in my hand, American outlaw. That's what I am.
and they are so excited that they just can't, it's
Yeah.
like, that is the most. And usually we don't get
Fly my
into the
flag,
very long.
never take it down.
Come in and
Say
they
Merry
wanna take their
Christmas
vehicle or their
when it
sign and
comes
get right
around.
away. But
If I see
there,
some
that's
wrong,
exciting.
gonna speak my mind. And if that makes me an outlaw, well, that's just fine. Yeah. I'm gonna pray, it's your graduation. I'm gonna say, Jesus all I can. You can label me a rebel just because I made my stand, American outlaw. That's what I am. Yeah.
And all the variances, even your countertop, has
Talk about God, see the Pledge of Allegiance. Find me a soldier,
you may be out there,
shake his hand.
We're going to go to a Saturday
Shoot my
night show
gun and teach my children, men and wives, between a woman and a man. I'm gonna pray, it's your graduation. I'm gonna say, Jesus all I can. You can label me a rebel just because I make my stand, American outlaw. That's what I am. You can pull my rifle from my cold dead hand. American outlaw. That's what I am.
All the way to the eyebrows.
Yeah.
I mean, it's limitless, man. It really is. It's kind of hard
Wow.
to just say, hey, yeah, we can do this part or this part or this part because we're so varied and so. Every day coming to work, you never do the same thing, which is really cool. I mean, yeah, we're all doing marketing, we're all doing advertisement, but it's a different thing every day, man. It's really cool about it, and yeah.
Well, you've got a good team. You've got a great team.
We
I
do,
mean,
yes,
it doesn't seem like honestly you have any weak links. I mean, and it's all in the execution. But again, Sign FX right here in Mena. From start to finish, my experience so far, and I anticipate it always being that way. But it's a smooth operation. It's professional, great people, positive people to work with. It's always easier to inspire someone to take a step up, and you guys do that. And so if you're a business person out there, you definitely want to take a step up in your image in this competitive business market. If you're a dad out there, a manly man out there, you definitely want to have a man cave sign. Or let's say that you got a vehicle you're going to give to one of your kids, and you want to do something creative with a wrap or whatever. Who knows? Or four-wheelers, man. You wrap four-wheelers.
We do, yeah. Four-wheelers.
Yeah, you wrap helmets, whatever. You definitely want to call Sign FX. You want to talk to Genine or you want to talk to Jessie. Now give them your phone number, guys.
It's 479-394-6762.
And one more time.
It's 479-394-6762.
394-6762. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for being on the show, Genine.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jessie.
Thank you, Brant.
We look forward to talking to you again. Can't wait to hear the latest and greatest with one of the best places, the best for me. Sign one-stop shops, business cards, signage, window stickers, vehicle wraps, you name it. It's all at Sign FX right in Mena. Thank you for being on the Saturday Man Show, and we will talk to you soon.